Hey friends, today we're going to talk about customer retention because repeat orders are the best. That's where residual income comes from, right? Is when you have enough customers in your organization, enough builders with enough customers that they just keep buying and buying and the lifestyle change. And then you are making sales without actually doing the work. That is the dream, and we're going to talk about that today. I'm happy actually to be back on a Facebook Live. I'm not sure those words would ever come out of my mouth. It's been a little while. Last week we went to North Carolina to visit my aunt and uncle. They got a house actually on a lake. It was beautiful. I'm curious if any of you guys have been in North Carolina or are from there. It was really, really nice. And they had a pretty hard recruiting pitch to leave Southern California and go there. I don't think that's happening, but yeah, it was beautiful out there. So here I am on the Facebook Live. And so let's have an honest conversation about what is hard about repeat orders. Now, if you guys want to add to this conversation, if you're on live, you're catching the replay, I'd love to hear from you. Just to add in what is hard for you when it comes to repeat orders. A lot of our clients have said kind of the following. What do I even say? I don't want to bother them. I forget to do that. And a lot of it comes down to just not really being organized with what am I going to say and how am I going to track them and all that. Now, I'm not going to talk today about tracking because I think first we need the strategy. Now, why is this repeat thing important, right? Residual income is about residual orders. When you have product fans, they're more likely to turn into builders. They also, I think when we're really good at our customer retention, we're really on it, we feel organized. I think we're really proud of ourselves as business owners. So like, just to talk about something super awkward, I think there's a lot of business owners, network marketers that kind of sometimes feel like ashamed or yeah, I guess that's the word, right, of network marketing. I think that's because of the way we do business. But every single time that we've had a client who sells nicely and then follows up in a professional way and has clear processes, their confidence improves because like, oh, I'm doing network marketing right, the way I am supposed to do it. So let's talk about how to go about improving the customer retention. I'm going to jot some notes here. Now I have a checklist here. You can't probably see that very well. All right, there we go. New customer journey, customer milestone checklist. If you want this, just write the word checklist in the chat. But I wanna give you guys like, here's a big idea that I have. All right. So here's the big idea. Oh, that is not a good pen. Let's use a little bit bigger one. Big idea. The big idea here for customer retention is being clear on what action do I want them to take. And it can be really, really simple. So on this milestone checklist here, I have a bunch of different actions. We have do their first order, do their second order, come to a business overview, join the Facebook group, give a testimonial, send a referral, right? Things like that. So we have these different milestones. And you may have heard me talk about milestones for builders, but we gotta talk about milestones for customers. So what action do I want them to take? Now, once you understand what action that you want them to take, it's a lot easier to talk to someone. So what we're going to do then is we are going to reach out with the end in mind. So if I say, if one of the things on my checklist here is added to a customer Facebook group, I can reach out and say, hi, so-and-so, I hope you're doing well. I'm reaching out today because I want to talk to you about our Facebook group. And then like you see how there's like an agenda, and then you can build a little bit of value, and then you can go from there. But we have to know what is it that we are trying to do. The next key here around this big idea is to reward and recognize. Wow. I haven't done Facebook Live in 2 weeks, and my writing has turned into doctor handwriting. So we're gonna milestones. Okay. So we're gonna reward and recognize milestones. So this is what this kind of sounds like. If one of your milestones is that they have their first referral or connection that becomes a customer within 30 days, we can incentivize that. We can say something like, hey, I know you've been using you've had the product for a couple of weeks and I'm sure you're pretty excited about it. And I want to let you know that I have this little incentive program that if for someone who refers someone in their first 30 days after signing up, I'm going to give them a blank. I don't know what your company situation is or what type of products you guys have, but I want you guys to think about how can I reward and recognize customers that meet the milestones. And then the next big idea, or around this big idea, what action do I want them to take? We want them to get them be a part of the community. I think one of the big misses that a lot of people have is they don't invite their customers to corporate events. Corporate events are great to help customers see the bigger vision of the company and want to be a part of it and do their own business and contribute to the overall vision. And so what we want to be able to do is we want to invite them to be a part of the community. And once they're a part of the community and they're connected, right, they're more likely to see the product as something that's part of their life as opposed to just this thing they bought here and there. So just a quick recap here. The big idea for customer retention is knowing in advance what action do I want them to take and driving, that's not really the right word, inviting them to their next milestone. And so if you want, use the word checklist. I have this customer journey checklist, boom. And we'll give you a link to download that. I think that'll be helpful for you to at least get you organized. And then you can reach out with a little bit more purpose, a little bit more intention, not feel like they're bothering them and helping your customers to, I guess we're all here trying to help our customers, for me, my clients, just have a little bit of a better life. And that's what we're trying to do here. So let me know if you guys need help. We cover customer retention techniques for a whole week in our Customer First Sales Mastermind. So if I think we're starting, the next one starts on April 27th. So if you'd like details on that, don't write checklist, write mastermind instead. So if you want the checklist, say checklist. If you want to know how the mastermind works, write mastermind. We'll make sure we message you how all that works. Okay, I hope you guys all have a great day. I still have so much work to do. First week back after spring break, but it is worth it because you guys are awesome. And I'm really grateful that you're here with me. All right, bye.